I'm going to need to charge wire, sorry.
What do you mean? Did you want me to? If you want, you got to go down there.
Only reaches so far.
You have another key?
I don't think. Do we have another team shoe?
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
Share it. So yeah, let's have that one down there. Trouble is, we're only getting a sort of a handful now.
Yeah. Yeah, we need some more up here. All ready to go. Actually,
I think
I'm
we are,
with
yeah.
everything.
Good.
To listen to some band.
Yeah, so you popped away to it.
Will you listen to the difference?
Oh, I love that.
That's what it should say.
I love that. Brilliant. Spacey. Spacey, innit? Yeah.
They're not bad, these films, but they're quite hard. Need some salt in the stand.
It's going to work out just right. So I think the other assistant's on the way. Here we go. Right on cue.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome onto the AI pitch this afternoon your two teams, Chertsey and your one and only Gospel Borough.
Good afternoon, guys, and welcome back to the AI Stadium. Yes, we're back at home, ready for another league action game. It's Gospel Borough versus Chertsey Town. Gospel Borough have made two changes coming into this game. Dan Wooden back in the lineup and starting up front. And also back in the lineup is Trevor Caborn, who was excellent after coming on from the bench against Gloucester. Let's look through both sets of teams though in full, starting with Chertsey Town. In goal, Luke Roberts. 2, Isaac Olufemi. 3, and their skipper, Alex Fisher. 5, Daryl Harrison. 6, Ewan Casey. 7, Bradley Wilson. 8, Ashley Lodge. 9, Nathan Minhas. 11, Connor Lee. 17, Oliver McCoy. And 20, Wayne Ridgely. As for Gospel Borough, it's Henry Blackledge who starts in between the sticks. 2, Benny Reid. 3, and our skipper, Rory Williams. 6, Charlie Vasma. Number 9, Dan Wooden. 16, Jordan Engalo. 17, Trevor Caborn. 19, Hisham Casimo. 21, Ben Greenwood. 23, Matthew Boos. And 25, Ethan Taylor.
So, ladies and gents, this is it. Game time. Gospel Borough versus Chertsey Town in the pitching in Premier Division South this afternoon. Thank you for your support. Enjoy the game. And Borough fans, bring the noise.
So it's going to be Gospel Borough shooting from my right to left in their yellow and blue, and Chertsey in an all-white strip shooting from my left to right. Jeremy, we were saying in the pre-match interview actually with Mark and Glenn, this really does feel like a six-pointer today.
Yeah, good afternoon, James. Good afternoon, listeners. Yeah, if there is a season-defining game, then this has got to be it. With Gospel's recent form having to be stopped dead in its tracks. You've only got to take one look, a detailed look at the league table to tell you that. Another defeat this afternoon, and Chertsey will be overhauling us, and you sense that the life will just get sucked out of Gospel's campaign, and they might just start drifting down the table. If they were to win, though, I think it will be a real shot in the arm, and they can push on. But yeah, after recent events, James, they do not come much more important than this.
Well, Chertsey do arrive in great form
They
coming
do.
into this one. As for Gosport Borough, 3 consecutive losses. Can they change that today? It's going to be Gosport Borough kicking us off, Ethan Taylor in the centre circle, and we are underway here at the AI Stadium as Charlie Vasmer hits one into the sky. Just going over the head of Dan Wooden back in the lineup today. Jeremy, what do you make of that? Wooden back in the lineup.
I think he deserves a chance. To be fair, he's been a bit of a super sub of late in terms that he's come on and made a bit of an impact. I think he did on Wednesday. He was one of the better performers in the sort of the poor performance of the second half. Dan's experience is vital. I mean, he's really transitioned several times in his career here at the club, and now he's a physical target man who does as much off the ball to impact the team's performance as he does on it. And if you watch him, you can see what he does. It's all the little bits of obstruction, the hold-up play, and at set pieces, he'll lose his man and he'll be in there. That's what he brings.
Boost hitting the ball over the defence, and it's being chased down by the veteran striker Dan Wooden on the far side. Trevor Caborn looking to help the striker before the ball has eventually been flicked out of play on the far side. Fisher with the last touch, so it's going to be going out for a Gosport throw-in midway inside the Chertsey half. Benny Reid heading over to go and take it. The Gosport number 2 with the ball in his hands. He's got Ethan Taylor in front of him, also Matt Boost. And Matt Boost is the receiver of that ball. He goes back into Jordan Ngalo, still on the right touchline. Ngalo turning his man excellently there before feeding the pass through into Trevor Caborn. Caborn almost taking a little bit too long there, although he still managed to offload the ball. Caborn right into Matt Boost. Unfortunately, Boost just unable to play it back into Trevor Caborn. Chertsey so far defending well down the left-hand side at the moment. Before Trevor Caborn looking to snatch the ball off of Alex Fisher, who did go down there, although tenaciously kept it, winning his side of throwing on the far side. And to be fair, Chertsey, they have looked brilliant this season. I was looking at their recent form. In their last 8, they've won 6, drawn 1, and lost 1. So it's going to be tough today.
Yeah, well, it always is in this division, isn't it? But you're right, Chertsey have played exceptionally well. They've had a very strong season. I think they would have been disappointed with their campaign last term.
Definitely.
But you look at the team sheets and you've got to look at the experience of Owen Casey, up front, Minas, never take your eyes off him. There's experience right the way through that side.
Ben Greenwood coming down this left-hand channel. He's green and white boots, chopping inside of his man. Unfortunately, dispossessed on the near side, although he got back to Rory Williams. Williams into Boost, more central. Boost offloading it into Benny Reid, storming down the right-hand side. He gets the ball before chipping the ball in, being punched away by Roberts. The clearance falls to Ethan Taylor, who dinks the ball from distance. It's over the Chertsey crossbar. Already, that's more promising than the whole of the Gloucester game, Jeremy.
Yep, and we played 2 minutes and 50 seconds. And that team performance in those first 2 minutes and 50 seconds is already better than the 96 minutes we had on Wednesday. The trick is they've got to keep it up now, James, and just keep the momentum going and try and build on it.
What do you think the words would have been from Glenn Howes and Mark Summerhill going into this one?
Win or bust. Three words that sum it all up. Win or bust.
Ethan Taylor storming down the right-hand side. He's got options left and right of him. He goes right into Benny Reid. Benny Reid on the right touchline, 25 yards out, going back into Ethan Taylor. Taylor into Casimir there, who was tripped, brought to the floor. And now Chertsey looking to come forward through Harrison. Harrison up against Jordan Ngalo. Ngalo's chasing him down, but Harrison still going forward. It's being worked to the left-hand side, edge of the box. Ball comes into Lee, who lines up a shot. It's being blocked there by Rory Williams, although it has been picked up once again by Meanhaz, edge of the area. 2 players clashing on the far side, one of them being Hisham Kasmu, and it's allowed Gosport to counter through Trevor Caborn. Bags of pace. Fortunately, caught in his tracks, and now Chertsey are looking to line up a shot. It was McCoy there lining it up. Blocked well, though, by Gosport. Now Hisham Kasmu, edge of the centre circle. Kasmu, an audacious through ball, looking to pick out down Wooden, but Wooden, unfortunately, way too far back there, and also too much power behind the ball.
Yeah, pass was over here, and what you've got to remember is Dan isn't the paciest player on the pitch. If you'd have had Caborn trying to chase that down, you might have had more of a chance. But let's not knock Gosport, because they've started really well, but you just have to remember to play to each of the teammates' capabilities there, and I'm sure they will. But one observation I would make after the first 4 minutes is that the referee's letting a lot go already. I think there's been a few niggly fouls on either side that the referee's let go.
I like that, though, about a referee letting it go.
He has. He's been quite relaxed so far.
Matt Booth on the far side receiving the ball and looking to dink a ball over the Chertsey back line. It's going to roll, however, straight into Roberts. He's not been bad since arriving from Chertsey. Played 25 times previously at Redhill. Still quite experienced, and Dan Wooden wins possession inside the box, lining up a shot. It's been spilled by Roberts, although he does reclaim it well. And to be fair, that's something you do get with Dan Wooden. He will take a shot from anywhere.
Absolutely will. That's the manner of the man. Yeah, the keeper got caught out by it there. It stung his palms. He didn't see it till quite late, but he still made the save, and that's all important. But yeah, Dan Wooden playing with a little bit of confidence there. He's scored some brilliant goals down his career. So yeah, shoot on sight. That's Woody all over.
Ben Greenwood with the throw on the near side. He's gone long. It's gone straight into Chertsey, although Ethan Taylor gets that second ball, stabbing the ball forward. It's going to roll all the way into Roberts, who just does a short pass into Harrison outside his own D. He's got Dan Wooden starting to chase him down, also Ethan Taylor. And also, it looks a lot more organised, our front row. Ethan Taylor seems to be playing a lot further up. And I suppose that's what you get with Dan Wooden. It accompanies each other well.
Yes, you've got. That's the thing is, we've got several different types of strikers with different sets of capabilities, and Taylor and Wooden are similar in some respects. We've seen different partnerships this year, and that's one that I think is going to be interesting to watch now.
Yeah, Chertsey coming forward in numbers, white shirts, flooding the Gosport half. It's gone right into Olafemi, right at the 18-yard box, pushed to the floor by Hisham Casanova. It's a great challenge, just too strong there for Olafemi as it goes out for a throw on the near side.
Played the ball really well, and yes, the Olafemi went down under the weight of it, but no foul for me. But Chertsey still have a quick throw here.
Olafemi with the throw and trying to pick out McCoy, although it was an inch too far in front of him. And Gosport can't make anything from the clearance, although Dan Wooden was trying to chase it down there.
I think he did himself a mischief in the process.
By Chertsey with the ball inside their own half. It's Harrison controlling possession for the away side. Just playing it out from the back at the moment. Casey now. He's got Olafemi to the right of him, and he goes for that option. Olafemi unmarked in that right-hand side. His pass is intercepted by Rory Williams. Williams through to Dan Wooden, pokes it back into Ethan Taylor. Taylor offloading it into Trevor Cabourn. Although he has been surrounded by players, in the end runs into trouble, running into Lodge, who chips it forward down the left-hand side. Chased down by Bradley Wilson, who does just enough to pass it back into Lodge. Lodge storming down the left-hand side, runs into Benny Reid, who overturns possession on the far side. Bradley Wilson, the final man to knock it out for a Gosport throw-in. And Bradley Wilson, a really familiar name around this level. Obviously, former Basingstoke player, and had great success there, Jeremy.
He did, and you're right. He's a vastly experienced figure, and Chertsey are certainly benefiting from his services this season. And yeah, some horrid goalkeeping there from Roberts, but it's encouraging, and Gosport do get the free kick. It's just, I was about to say, it's encouraging to see Gosport continuing that positive start to the game with 10 minutes almost played 0-0.
Well, we will be trying to get you some of the scores from the Southern League. Let's check if there has been any goals, and there has been an early goal at Uxbridge, and it's against Tiverton. George Moore for Uxbridge. Well, let's hope Gosport can be the next team to get their goal. If we've got a free kick, in line with the centre circle, Rory Williams drills it in. It's a hanging cross. Can he pick up Dan Wooden? It's stabbed out by Casey. Still kept in play, though, by Ethan Taylor on the far side. He knocks it back into Trevor Cabourn. In line with the 18-yard box, looking to skip past his man. His first cross, straight into a Chertsey man on the far side. Fortunately, can't get the rebound either, although he's chasing it down from Harrison on the far side. Right at the 18-yard box, although Chertsey coolly playing it around Trevor Cabourn. Kept their composure there, Chertsey.
They did, defending very well, and
now they're breaking.
Promising for them.
Well, it's Lee who might be through on goal, looking to cut inside of Ben Greenwood. He does get his pass across, and an unrushing Bradley Wilson at the far post picks out the bottom right corner, and Chertsey take the early lead here at the AEI Stadium. It's Bradley Wilson, his 8th goal in his last 11 games, on red hot form at the moment, and he's the man to break the deadlock here at the AEI Stadium. And that just demonstrates how efficient the counter-attack can be. And yeah, they played it really well.
Absolutely, James. That was clinical. That was clinical. And I have to say, I do feel slightly sorry for Gosport because they played well in the first 10 minutes. It just shows you, if you switch off, that's what happens. And Chertsey, that was a sweeping move straight down the centre of the pitch. Lovely pass out to the right-hand side, played across the box to Wilson, applied the first time finish. And there you are, goal, Chertsey. Now Gosport, test of character now, if ever there was one. They've gone a goal down early. And really, this is their season right here, right now in the next 80 minutes. Because if they don't get a result from it now, I really don't want to think what happens next. But there we are. Anyway, they're trying to fight back. A little dink over the top, falling nicely here. But Casimou not able to just get, the keeper's gone down in a slight collision with Casimou, but Casimou not able to finish with a little dink over the top there. And but yeah, Luke Roberts doesn't look in a good way, and Casimou just goes and checks on him, very sportsmanlike, and just checks he's okay. But I have to say, he doesn't look okay at all. Now, I'm not entirely sure if Chertsey do have a substitute goalkeeper, so if they don't, this will be a worry for them. But he'll be okay. He's sort of up now, sort of sat upright, and I think, he'll be okay. But when you see a goalkeeper go down and lie almost motionless like that, it's going to worry any manager. And again, very sportsmanlike there of Casimou to go and check he's okay. It wasn't a foul. He just tried to finish, and in so doing, collided with the goalkeeper.
That's what you get though with Casimou, a very classy player, I think. Even against Gloucester, I remember he went quite heavy. I think it was on Simpson, but immediately when Simpson went to the floor, just wanted to get him back up straight away. Also, not a bad player, so that helps as well. Although he hasn't had much of the ball early on, and it was Chertsey there looking to play a ball over the Gosport back line. Once again, chased down by Lee. He was instrumental in breaking that deadlock as well. What a great pass that was to find Bradley Wilson.
Defence splitting. Gosport was slow to react and caught absolutely cold by the move. But like I said, unlike Wednesday, when I thought they were just poor for the whole evening, Gosport played well out to the goal. So, but now they've got to find it in themselves to come back, like they did so often in the autumn.
Yeah.
When they turned reversals into leads and won matches from behind so often. We saw it so often. They're going to have to find it in themselves to do that again today.
Well, weirdly enough, we seem to be better when we're 1-0 down anyway. I think it probably suits us in some weird sort of way. Just means we're not defending the whole game.
I've got to say, in the last few games, but then you have to try and put the last few games to the back of your mind. This is a blank page waiting to be written. And yeah, they're going to have to find it in their character today to turn this game around.
Well, certainly, Chertsey dealing the first blow in this game through Bradley Wilson. 12 minutes now on the clock, and it's Chertsey leading by a goal to nil. Gosport will be looking to counter though down the left-hand side, although it results with Casey playing a back pass into Roberts inside his own box.
Yes, here you have.
Tips it forward into the Gosport half. I'll go straight into Ben Greenwood, who flicks it up the other end. Hisham Casimou doing well to get it through into Ethan Taylor. Taylor just taking a little bit too long there, didn't have options around him. And I think there were some appeals for a handball there, and Gosport looking to come down the left through loose. In the end, Hisham Casimou went down. He's won his side a free kick in line with the left-hand side edge of the box. So it's not a bad position, Jeremy.
No, it's not. And this Greenwood will be eyeing this up. Potentially not for an effort on goal. I think the angle will be too difficult. But what he can do is he can play a really nice quality ball into the mix. And hopefully the Gosport set piece specialists like Wasmer coming up there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And let's get sort of K-Born into the mix. Boofs is a physical player who can get involved here. Let's see what they can do.
Ben Greenwood over this free kick. He's got a two-man Chertsey wall in front of him. It's Greenwood. Goes low with a free kick. It's easily headed away there by Chertsey. And it's been picked up well by McCoy before going left into Ridgely. Back in the Chertsey side today. Although this possession's been overturned on the far side. Benny Reid now, right-hand side of the Chertsey box. Cutting inside, offloads it into Ethan Taylor. Taylor goes right into Trevor Caborn. Caborn with a good cross. It picks out Charlie Basma, and he steers his header the wrong side of the Chertsey post. That was a fantastic opportunity to get level. Caborn, a beauty of a cross. Phasma, a little unfortunate in front of goal there.
Definitely, and that's a lot more like it. It's hugely positive from Gosport Borough there. A brilliant cross. Even when the initial move from the free kick broke down, it was recycled. Caborn with the cross. Wasmer unlucky, really. he got a good firm head on that. So if he got that on target, I suspect that would have stood a good chance of beating Roberts and being 1-1. But it wasn't, and but the positivity is still there for Gosport, so all's not lost as long as they're playing with purpose as they are now. But watch out for Chertsey because they're coming forward on the move, and the ball's been spread to the left-hand side. Blackledge has to get there, and he does. That was a critical catch, a claim there for Blackledge, and he's got Gosport moving down the right here. Caborn just slips it back from the half and lost possession to Chertsey. This is not good. So I think that's Ridgely then, and the ball's in the half. It's in the area, and the shot's gone wide from Chertsey, and Gosport with a let off. And I think that might have been Wilson again there, James, with the effort that went wide this time. But that's another warning for Gosport, and they really can't afford to go 2 down.
Well, Wilson with a great strike there, another low-driven shot. And it's like what I was saying in reaction to the first goal. He is in some serious form since arriving from to Chertsey.
Yeah, and like I said, they've certainly benefited from his services this year. And for me, he's their standout player so far in this opening quarter of an hour.
Blackledge from the goal kick picks out Trevor Caborn, who holds it up for Ethan Taylor. Taylor now chasing it down on the far side, although he can't win the race against the ball as it goes out for a throw-in, in which Fisher will be hoping to take on the far side. And Fisher leading the line for Chertsey today. Played 24 times this season. And to be fair, he's probably best known for his time at the Met Police, spending 4 years prior to joining Chertsey there.
Yeah, I remember him from his days in the court, certainly.
To be fair, I haven't seen them for a while, actually, the Met Police.
Yeah, they're in the division
really
with
exciting start to this game.
Fareham and
The visitors
Portchester.
have taken
They're in the Isthmian South Central.
Gosport coming down the left-hand side. Ben Greenwood finds Hisham Kasamu, who just is unsuccessful in tournament, though he can pass it into Ben Greenwood. Olafemi goes straight into Ethan Taylor, left-hand side, but unfortunately can't get through McCoy. Now Chertsey looking to counter through the middle. It was Meehan there who was brought down by Rory Williams. Jeremy, you're surprised there that was given as a free kick.
He clearly got the ball, didn't he? Yeah. But anyway, Rory just got up, got away, got on with the game. So fair enough. Yeah, the referees interpreted that as a foul, but not for me. He got the ball. He had both 2 feet wrapped around the ball.
Well, there has been some more goals in the Southern League. Walton and Hersham, the league leaders, taking the lead against Bracknell Town. It's David Rogalski from the penalty spot on 7 minutes. Evesham United lead Wimborne by a 0-0. Kai Churchley on 13 minutes. If we're just tuning in to Gosport Radio, it is Chertsey leading by a 0-0. Wilson dealing the first blow, but 17 minutes on the clock. Plenty of time for Gosport to get back into this game. Chertsey coming forward. A white shirt goes down just outside the Gosport penalty area.
Lodge was fouled there. And I have to say the referee probably got that one right. But the problem is they now have a free kick in a very, very prominent position, Chertsey.
It's certainly shooting range.
That is well within shooting range. This is dangerous.
Now I just wonder who sets up to take it. It looks like it's going to be both Bradley Wilson and also Lee over this set piece. Although Wilson is walking away.
It's going to be Lee, direct, and Gosport need to get their wall properly organised here, which Blackledge is doing. But yeah, this is another dangerous moment. Yeah.
Connor Lee, he's played 12 times, scored 3 in that. Can he make that 4 now? Taking his time with this set piece. And as Jeremy said, a 4-man Gosport wall in front of Lee. As Lee steps up, he's going to go for a shot. And I think that is miles over the crossbar. We like to see that.
Especially when, it's frustrating if it's you that does it. But
100%.
when you're worrying and your blood pressure rises, do you think this could be potentially quite serious? Yeah, it's a relief when the opposing player does it. But,
there's certainly no Ben Greenwood, was there? And that was an excellent sliding challenge to win Gosport back possession. He goes right into Trevor Caborn. Caborn chips in a ball. The cross isn't great. It's headed away. Ethan Taylor looking to stab it back in. It goes out for a Gosport corner, though. And that is what you get with Matt Boos.
Matt Boos, what a challenge. That just epitomises commitment. That was some challenge. And that just shows you that the Gosport team do actually want it today. And they've got the corner now, James, so hopefully it's another opportunity for them to apply some pressure and hopefully lead to an equaliser.
And it looks like a lot of the players are heading towards the back post area. So is that where the corner is going to be directed to. It's Benny Reed over this set piece. He goes in towards the front post and it's tipped away by Roberts out for another corner. And it was dinking towards goal.
I think that was going in. I honestly think that was going in.
It did look it.
And if Roberts hadn't palmed that away for another corner, that would have been 1-1 straight from the corner. Reed would have loved that, wouldn't he?
Well, he certainly would have.
But it's Matt Booth, I think. No, it's not. It's Greenwood on the other side.
Yeah, I was
Sorry,
going to say.
hard. Yeah.
Oh, the wonderful left foot of Ben Greenwood. Can it be just as useful here? Greenwood with the set piece. It's curled in. It finds Stan Wooden at the front post who flicks it well high of the Chertsey crossbar. Out for a Chertsey goal kick.
Caught him by surprise almost, I think.
Yeah,
You know, it was
it.
it had quite a bend and swerve on that corner. And Wooden was almost facing the wrong way almost. But yeah, it sort of came off the back of his head and out for the goal kick. But I can't fault Gosport.
No.
All right, it was sloppy, the goal they were given away. They were caught on the cold on the counter attack. But other than that, I think they're playing so much better this afternoon.
Well,
and you have to give them great credit.
Exactly. That was the biggest frustration about Gloucester, I think. It's not the fact we lost, it was the manner
The
we
manner
lost.
of the defeat.
And
Yeah.
this is certainly a reaction, isn't it, today?
Yes, it needed to be.
But 20 minutes still played on the clock. It is Chertsey leading by a goal to nil, although Gosport have looked really promising inside the first 20 minutes. McCoy winning possession after this possessing, I think it was Casimir there.
Dan Wooden had a bit of fire in his belly there. I don't know if you noticed. Got shoved off the ball and he went straight back and tried to get it back and nearly fouled in the process. But yeah, I'll tell you what, there's some fire in those bellies out there today. I do like it.
Hisham Casimir turning down the near side, although he is pushed to the floor there by Olufemi. Winning east side of throw-in though, just by the Chertsey technical box.
Yeah, we can't quite see Casimir because he's just
he's hiding behind the
he's
technical
behind
box.
the dugout.
He's still down by the looks of it.
But he's
Holding
taking
his left shoulder.
But he's holding his left shoulder thanks to Cliff of Radio Solent. I know this is, I can't really answer.
Yeah, like Cliff said, he is holding his left shoulder. Just need to be careful, Hisham, now. I did also see Michael Fernandez now warming up. Perhaps in precaution. Dan Wooden brought down, edge of the left-hand side of the box. Being cleared away by Chertsey, although the clearance falls to Benny Reed. Matt Booth striding forward now, down the centre, lining up a shot. It's pushed away by Roberts. You know what? I'm really enjoying this Matt Booth's performance.
I tell you what, he's Gosport star man so far after 22 minutes for me. You know, the commitment is there for all to see. And I think, I think he could be a bit of a figurehead going forward if he keeps it up.
Well, Chertsey were leading through Ridgely, coming down the left-hand side, but they've now taken it down the right-hand side instead. Through McGoy, who's currently on the ball at the moment. He's got Ngala in front of him. He goes back into Lodge, and now Frugal swept forward. Nearly kept in play on the near side by, I think that was Mehans. Either way, it's gone out for a throw-in on the near side, being prepared to take him by Olufemi. And more or less every outfield player inside the Gosport half, aside from Harrison, who stood on the halfway line, throw-in taken. Hisham Casimir wins it. He's also brought it down, winning his side a free kick. Deep into the Gosport half, Sir Henry Blackledge is currently heading over to go and take this set piece. Right by the left corner flag, the Australian goalkeeper, who has been so impressive since arriving on loan from Luton Town, made some excellent saves and often has kept us in games. A towering goalkeeper at 6'2", goes long into the Chertsey half, although it's been picked up by McCoy. Roy Williams does well to win it back for Gosport. Now Ngalo storming forward. He does a through ball which takes a heavy deflection. Sending Hisham Casimir from goal. He's brought down in line with the penalty area. There's been a lot of shouts there for penalty, potentially free kick. It was certainly a tight call. Referee gives nothing though. Yeah, I'd love to see that back. But Charlie Vasmer, the Gosport number 6, rolls it left into Roy Williams, the Gosport captain, into Ngalo. Ngalo recently signing from Salisbury for an undisclosed fee as he goes long, picking out Ethan Taylor, although it's Fisher who beats him to that aerial duel. Ball out of play on the far side, out for a Chertsey throw-in. 24 minutes now played on the clock. You're listening to Gospel Radio, and it is the visitors leading by a goal to nil. It was Bradley Wilson who put the visitors in front. And looking at the other games in the Southern League, there's been another goal at the Uxbridge Tiverton game, and it is now all square after Tiverton Town have got a goal back. It's Daniel Poiter on 19 minutes for the visitors. Gospel on the attack in this one. Well, there's easily being picked out by Casey, who drives a rocket into the Gospel half. Rory Williams forced into heading back into Henry Blackledge. So, Jeremy, a few goals already in the Southern League. Moving away from this one, Morton and Hersham with a 1-0 lead over Bracknell Town. That's probably the big game so far for that.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Matt Booth has
free kick for that.
He's
So
given
come
a
straight
free
back.
kick.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's given the free
Yeah.
kick, but right on the edge.
Matt Booth's the man who was brought down there.
Yes, we're just sort of going to go away and have a look at other games. So let's get
Yeah, I was
focus
gonna
right
say.
back on this one because Greenwood will be eyeing this.
This
one.
is Ben Greenwood
This is
territory.
Brent Greenwood territory without a doubt. So let's see what he can do. The trick, as ever, he's got to get the ball up and over the wall. But the closer you are to the 18-yard line, the harder that's going to be. This is about 22, 23 yards out on the edge of the D. So, but if anyone can do it, he can.
Do you think he does go for a shot, or will he go for something smart here?
He'd be
Because I
mad
have
not to try.
noticed Hisham Kasmu's left of him.
Yeah, I know, but I think it'd be mad not to try for goal here.
Well, there's a lot of players in the wall for Chertsey. I'm sure that won't deter Ben Greenwood, though.
Who's that trying to disrupt the wall? Is that Charlie?
Yeah, it
I
is.
thought so. Yeah.
Ben Greenwood over this free kick goes for a shot. It's blasted straight into the wall. Now Benny Reid lining up a shot. Once again blocked. Deflection goes into the air. Headed forward by Charlie Basma. And Matt Booth in front of goal, slashing it straight into Roberts, who was well covered there at the front post. Made himself big to deny Matt Booth there. Good bit of keeping.
Brilliant bit of keeping because I was fancying Matt to make that 1-1 from that situation. And again, it's better from Gosport, isn't it?
It's been really promising. Aside from being down 1-0, it has been really good so far from Gosport. Ben Greenwood taking the throw on line with the halfway line. Rory Williams picks out downward and looks to head it back into Hisham Kasmu. Unsuccessful in doing so, although Hisham Kasmu steals the ball away from Casey.
There's the close call to work that I told you that Wooden does. You saw it right there.
Yeah.
And he's not afraid to get involved in the physical stuff there. And he held the ball up, didn't he? He gave Gosport a chance. Unfortunately, they couldn't keep hold of possession, but that's what he does.
Well, we said it at the start of the broadcast. Although, yes, he is getting older, he does really add that experience that we need.
He's also a talisman. That is the main thing about Dan, is that he's a talisman. He just brings a little something, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You know, he's a legend at this football club.
Oh, Gosport looking to come down the right-hand side. And I was just checking out the YouTube comments, and there's one fan who thinks Glenn Howes is likely to be the next Dorchester manager, saying 100%.
Well, he did come from there, didn't he?
I know they have
Dor-
recently sacked their manager at Dorchester, so
Yes, Killick. Tom Killick left in the week, didn't he, and his entire management crew. It's an interesting one because Glenn was at Dorchester last season and a couple of years before, and he took them to the very, very brink of the playoffs. I think it was last year, and took them. Yeah, I think did he actually take them into it?
I think he did.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, it's Haven that lost out on the last day to Dorch, so he's a favourite down there, and he sort of lives equidistant between the two clubs. So yeah, it's a chance. But
Oh, a shot from
I
distance.
have to say, I think he'll probably see the season out here. And you're right, Chertsey's dropped straight at the goalkeeper there.
Yeah, drop kick from Blackledge runs out of play on the far side. Well, to be fair, speaking of Dorchester, while we're on the note of it, really struggling so far in the Southern League. Compared to last season, I don't think many fans expected that.
Yeah, it's the confidence, isn't it? The confidence left away. But it's dangerous to say sort of too early, club's going to go down, they're in trouble.
Yeah.
You've only got to look at Weymouth. They've had the most horrendous season off the pitch and on it. And now they're starting to pull away. Haven't are another case in point. Everyone's talking them up as relegation candidates. Look at them now. And there's no reason why Dorch can't pull away in the last 10 or so games.
Well, we are approaching the half-hour mark here at the AI Stadium, and Wilson is coming down the left-hand stretch up against Benny Reid. He goes outside. He does attempt to put a cross in, but it's being well blocked there by Benny Reid. who excellently tracked his man there right up until the last attack, really, and last cross. Although it has gone out for a corner on the far side. You're listening to Gospel Radio, and it is still Chertsey leading by that goal to nil. They've got a corner on the far side. Can they double that lead now? Looks like it's going to be Lodge taking this set piece. And a lot of players for Chertsey surrounding Henry Blackledge. As the corner is swept in towards the front post.
Over. That's a relief for Gosport at this point in the afternoon, because they must not concede another one. It really is as simple as that, because otherwise that really gives them the mountain to climb, doesn't it?
Well, Trevor Caborn heading a header back, chased down by Hisham Kasimu. Although Olafemi just tracked it back well there, and ensuring Roberts was able to grab it with no issue, really. Williams intercepting a ball inside his own half. Gifted straight to McCoy, but it's a heavy first touch which allows Gosport to overturn possession inside the Chertsey half. Ben Greenwood from the left-hand side, a ball that narrowly evades Lodge. Unfortunately, though, picks out Fisher on the far side. And now McCoy coming down the middle of the pitch, takes it more right into Lee, although Lee dispossessed by Ben Greenwood, who skips over his man, passing it into Hisham Kasimu. McCoy going a bit heavy into Hisham Kasimu there. So it's gone out for a Gospel throw-in on the near side. Ben Greenwood hoping to take this throw-in. He goes back into Jordan Ngalo, midway inside the Chertsey half. And unfortunately, Ben Greenwood there with a final touch, seeing that out of play for a Chertsey throw-in. Never like Glenn House was just saying something there to Ben Greenwood quickly.
Were you surprised?
Wonder what was said there.
We locked the door.
Olafemi with a throw on the near side. Goes long.
You'd be surprised.
Finds the head of Roy Williams, who glances it forward into Jordan Ngalo, but the pass was intercepted there by McCoy, who hits it into the sky, chased down by Bradley Wilson, who goes back into Fisher. Fisher goes back into Wilson, although he did slip, he got back up well there to pass it back into Fisher.
Right, come on.
Now Ethan Taylor picking up a loose second ball, clipping it over the Chertsey back line, although in the end Casey got back well there, it's headed forward.
Come on, ref.
Hisham Kasimu, edge of the box.
Yeah, plates the whistle.
Trevor Caborn doing well to keep his foot in.
Oh, Trev.
Goes for a shot, sending it over. And a few shake of heads here in the press box. Dan Wooden, too busy appealing to the referee, needed to carry play in there.
Yeah, I think Cliff to our left made the point, just play on. You know, whether you get it or you don't, you've got to keep going, because it's that split second advantage you could get by playing to the whistle, really, that could be decisive. And they stopped expecting the free kick, didn't get it.
Well, as a result of that attack, Chertsey have a goal kick with Roberts. And annoyingly for Gosport, there has been a goal between Paul Town and Hungerford. It's Shaquille Gwenge on 28 minutes to put the Dolphins ahead there, making it even more important for Gosport to try and get a result today. It's Lee looking to take it down the right-hand stretch up against Ben Greenwood. He goes outside. Lee holding up. Well for Meehads, who passes back into Lee. Lee slips at the vital moment, sending it straight into Jordan Ngalo. Ngalo with a really sloppy pass, allowing for the number 20, Ridgely, to get hold of possession. He leaves it for Meehads. Meehads, 20 yards out, rolls it across into McCoy, who chips it forward left into Wilson. Wilson back into Meehads. A shot lined up from distance. It's luckily at Blackledge. You had to sort of push it away before reclaiming it.
Yeah, again, it all came from that sloppy pass, didn't it? You cannot afford to be doing that, especially in your own final third as well. But again, it's just one mistake. But that being said, we know we had 33 minutes here, and overall, I'd say it's been a vastly improved Gospel Borough performance.
Dan Wooden bringing the ball down nicely from the goal kick, offloads it into Trevor Caborn down the right-hand side. He's got Ethan Taylor to the left of him. He went alone, deflected back into Benny Reed on the far side still, 20 yards out. Caborn goes for a cross, headed away by Casey on the edge of the 6-yard box. So it's going to be a throw-in on the far side, just by the left corner flag. Benny Reed running over to go and take this throw-in. And I wonder what he does with this throw-in. Does he go short into Trevor Caborn? Maybe even go long?
Has he got a long throw on him?
I think sometimes he can, Benny Reed.
No, he's dropped it
He's
short.
gone short though this time into Ethan Taylor. And
And
really
lost it.
nothing comes of it, yeah. Well, it's gone all the way back into Henry Blackledge inside his own D. Blackledge exchanging a few passes between himself and Rory Williams before Matt Booth has to backtrack, going left into Charlie Vasmer. Vasmer into Booth. Looking to turn Ridgely, wins himself a free kick, which is taken quickly into Benny Reed, edge of the box, cuts inside, can't get his pass across into Ethan Taylor. Well picked out by Ridgely, who's now storming down the left-hand side. Chertsey players coming forward. Ethan Taylor brings down his man.
Yeah,
And
he's going to
receive a yellow card
He's
for
going to
that.
go in the book for that. That was clumsy. It was late and it was from behind. So yeah.
Was that taken on for the team though?
Yeah, yes, it was, but it's a yellow card all day long. All day long. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty.
I didn't see any of it.
Pretty blatant. But yeah, okay. Well, it just means that Gosport have got to defend a Chertsey free kick. Luckily, it's quite a long way out. So, but yeah.
Well, as Jeremy said, Chertsey with this free kick. Now body's starting to flood the Gosport half. A lot of players online with the 18-yard box. Ball comes in. It's a real outswinger. Picks out Lee, who heads it back into the danger zone. Controlled well by Lodge. Although Hisham Kasanu picks it up down the left-hand side. He gets past his man. And Garlow looked to help. Unfortunately, unsuccessful in doing so. Now Lodge, 25 yards out. Right, into McGoy. Ball chipped back in. Ridgely tussling for possession up against Booth. Gosport do well to clear their lines. Ethan Taylor inside the centre circle, though Harrison went storming in there to hack it straight into the Gosport half. Now Benny Reed sends it up the other end. Harrison nodding it into the air. Trevor Cabon gets on the end of that headed clearance. Now Hisham Kasamu, left-hand side, 25 yards out. Jinks inside of his man, goes back out, lining up a shot. Oh, pace of goal.
I thought that was going.
Well, I think it took a vital deflection there from Roberts. He must have tipped it out.
I think so, because that was
An excellent save.
initially arrowing towards that top right-hand corner, wasn't it? But yeah, you're right. It was Roberts that got the vital touch. But Gosport are just pushing. Whilst Chertsey are dangerous at the other end, this is so much better for Gosport with comparison to the last game on Wednesday. They're showing a lot of urgency, and they want it today. That's the big difference.
Ben Greenwood on the far side with this corner, swept in at the near post.
Say that.
So far, the corners haven't been great from Ben Greenwood, which is unprecedented, really. He's been great with set pieces so far. Just has not looked on it today with the set pieces.
You've got to remember, he's only just come back from injury, so he's lacking a bit of match sharpness as well as fitness. So, I mean, he was absolutely lethal from dead balls and set pieces before his injury, wasn't he? I think it's going to take him 2 or 3 games to get back to that level. And he only did come back from injury on Wednesday, I believe. So we've got to cut him a little bit of slack. But I'd sooner rather have him out there than not.
100%. Like you said, he's been a key player since arriving from Farnborough.
Absolutely.
Ball clipped forward. It's going to pick out Dan Wooden, who chests it straight into Roberts. Although fans around the AI Stadium are appealing for a Gosport foul. I think Dan Wooden's going to receive a yellow though for simulation.
I'm not sure it was, but nor was it a penalty for me. I don't know if it. Everybody's appealed for that, and the Gosport bench are very, very upset.
Oh, Glenn House is exasperated.
But I've got to say, the ball had gone there. There was contact, but was it a penalty? I don't know. I don't think so. I honestly don't. I'm more concerned about the injury he's got, actually.
Yeah.
Because that's something they could do without. But penalty, I'm trying to be devil's advocate when I do these commentaries. James, not for me.
Well, like you said, not a penalty for me either, but I don't think it's worthy of a yellow card for Dan Wooden.
Definitely not, because he didn't simulate. There was contact, but it just, He hasn't shown him, has he? He hasn't booked him yet, but I'd be disappointed in the referee if he did, because there was physical contact that sent him to the floor. It just wasn't a penalty.
Well, Dan Wooden is down, so it gives me a good time to run you through some of the scores in the Southern League. Evesham, they've doubled their lead at home to Wimborne Town. Ethan Dunbar getting the second in that game. As I said earlier, Paul Town leading by a 1-0 against Hungerford. Shaquille Gwenge in form for the Dolphins, adding another one to his goal tally today. There's been another goal which has just gone in. Another one comes at Oxbridge, who have now taken the lead at home to Tiverton. George Moore in 36 minutes. If you're just tuning in to Gosport Radio, currently a stop and play is Dan Wooden receiving some treatment inside the Chertsey box, although nothing given after he was more or less a little bit of a collision between him and the Chertsey goalkeeper. It is Chertsey leading by 1-0. Bradley Wilson with the first half goal. And going back to that goal, Jeremy, for listeners who are just tuning in now, it's probably a very typical Wilson goal.
It was a counter-attack, incisive, quick, effective. Brilliant ball from the right-hand side, played across the box. In he comes from the left-hand side and just lashes it in from close range. Clinical, decisive, but Dan Wooden is limping heavily here. They did shake hands, him and the goalkeeper. There's no ill will there, but I don't think we'll be seeing much more of Dan because he's limping very heavily. So I do think this is probably, unless he's okay, I'm trying not to sound too obvious, but just looking at that limp there, I think that might be the end of his
I think
afternoon.
Ben House is just checking with him now. I don't know, it looks like he's going to try and carry on.
Okay, he's going to carry on, but I think he's going to have to try and run this off. But look, he's still got that heavy limp on that left leg.
Maybe it's just to give other subs a little bit of time to warm up,
maybe, and he's going to hope to run that off. But nobody is warming up, though.
No.
So, yeah, perhaps it's going to be okay.
But there are certainly options available on the bench today. One being Michael Fernandez, Bradley Tarbart back in the squad today, even Kaya Shaka. So certainly options from the bench who can do a job
there is
in and around the attack.
But to be fair, I don't think I'd change anything if I was playing House at the moment because it's only 1-0. Gosport are playing so much better. There's a lot more purpose to this game, to their performance today.
Yeah.
There's a lot more commitment, and they've looked dangerous in front of goal. It's just, I think there's been good goalkeeping that's denied them. There's been a little bit of bad luck. They're just going to keep plugging away.
Well, fun fact is, Gosport did come from behind in the away leg, so can they do the same today? Ben Greenwood doing well to feed a pass into Matt Booth. He lined up a shot, took a few deflections inside the Chertsey box before finding the gloves of Roberts there. And they do well to overturn possession on the far side. Trevor Gable lining up a shot in the end, blasting it over the crossbar. Had a few opportunities now in front of goal.
Yeah, I'm afraid, Trev, the rugby ground's a mile down the road. But yeah, it's a good opportunity again that Gosport have created for themselves. It's just that finish. He'll be disappointed with that, and yeah, you can just see him reacting there.
Yeah,
he's disappointed, but there'll be other opportunities, I'm sure. Like I said, it is only 1.
Yeah.
Like on Wednesday night, we knew straight away the minute Gloucester scored, that was game set match. Because Gosport didn't look like scoring at all that night. Here, you sense that it will come. They stay calm, stay patient, and keep going. You sense it will come. But yeah, we'll see.
the ball pinball in between the two sides. Matt Booth with the latest header tenaciously gets it through to Hisham Kasimu. Still going forward, Matt Booth.
That was a foul for me. That was a foul for me.
But now Chertsey are allowed to counter through the referee's decision. Bradley Wilson takes it around Henry Blackledge. Now free, left at the 18-yard box, looking to push it back into Meanhouse. It wasn't a great pass back though from Wilson. And Matt Booth looks to be in some pain. Just a little bit of a limp there before running it.
He's running off. He's fine. But yeah, for me that was a foul. Referee let it go, and Booth is having a word with the match official there, just making his point. As I said, I try and be very, very fair with match officials because no one's going to get it right all of the time, and sometimes they do get it wrong. And that time, I think that possibly should have been a foul.
Chertsey coming down the left-hand stretch with McCoy, who is brought down.
This is that one should have been, and there it just shows you knew the non-bias. That should have been 2.
Yeah.
He had a point. Yeah, I couldn't see that was that got brought down over that far side, but yeah, clear foul for me, and the referee let it go.
It has gone Gosport's way, luckily, so Henry Blackledge will be taking this set piece.
3 added minutes.
Is that 2-3 then?
3.
3 added minutes.
But it's not time yet. You've still got 1 minute before they hold the board up.
We haven't got a ball, that's the problem.
Oh, Cable knocking it into Ethan Taylor, who stabs the shot at goal. Straight at Roberts, who has to gather. And as Cliff mentioned, 3 minutes will be added on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has indicated there will be a minimum of 3 minutes of added time. 3 minutes.
To be fair, that's probably the right time, actually.
Yeah.
Straight.
Jeremy, if you just talk us through this attack.
Yeah, sure. That I think is a foul this time. It's been given. I think that might well be Connor Lee. It's been Poleax on the right hand side. Yeah, and it's right on the touchline. He doesn't look in a good way. So yes, it is a foul. And Chertsey will have the free kick. The referee's just slowly making his way over to check on the Chertsey player. He's making his point from the floor, but I think he'll be okay and he'll get up. But yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, free kick, Chertsey with a wide right position here, with an opportunity to swing the ball in deep into that Gosport Borough penalty area as we go into the first of the 3 added minutes.
Well, this could be a sucker punch if they could double their lead going into the break.
There'll be some interesting highlights.
Yeah, well, certainly will be.
Definitely.
Yeah.
On the angle's not fantastically clear, is it?
Yeah.
So just waiting for this free kick to be taken here, James, and nearly a minute of the 3 up already. Let's see what they can do with this.
Well, indeed. Just Hisham Kasmu in the ball, so it will be called in. The ball comes in, arriving at the back post, pushed away there by Henry Blackledge. That's what you needed.
And an offside flag up at the same time. So,
well, Blackledge didn't know that though.
No,
so.
You can't, because as we've said before, and Cliff made the point, you cannot assume. You've got to play on.
Yeah.
Just forget what should happen. Play on until something does.
Well, like Jeremy said, only a matter of minutes remaining in this half. It is still Chertsey leading by that goal to nil. Although Gosport have had a much more promising half compared to the whole 90 minutes against Gloucester City. Can they get a late one before the break? Hisham Kasamu might be through on goal. It's good defending from Fisher to deny Kasamu getting in front of him there and shielding it away. Although Gosport have a throw in deep inside the Chertsey half. Can they find their leveller before the end of the half?
Would be good if they did. What a time to equalise just before half time. So if Gosport can raise themselves and manage to do it, that would be quite the psychological blow at the right time.
Benny Reid goes short into Ethan Taylor, back into Benny Reid. And Reid dispossessed there by Wilson. Fisher looking to clear his lines, but goes straight into Ngalo. Ngalo with a low cross, capped away by Harrison. It picks out Ngalo, who recovers it well actually on the far side, on the touchline, looking to cut inside more. Goes down on the right-hand side. The flag has gone up for a Gosport foul.
I think that's going to be a free kick, isn't it?
Surely it's a Gosport free kick.
Yeah. So one more chance, really. We've got literally 20 seconds of the added period left. So this will be Gosport's last chance in the first half to do something. So, but like I said, if they do manage to find a goal here, what a moment to find it.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Well, a change of set piece takers. It won't be Ben Greenwood behind this one. Instead, it looks like it's either going to be Hisham Kasamu or Ethan Taylor. Hasn't been too successful with set pieces this game, Ben Greenwood. So they've changed it up. Ethan Taylor on the set piece duty. Can that create a different result? Ethan Taylor raises his arm, drills in across. It's a low one. It's flicked out by Ridgely. So it's going to be a late Gosport corner. Now, Ben Greenwood heading over to take it. This is the last chance.
It's got to be the minute the ball goes dead this time. It will be half time. Wooden's getting himself involved in there.
Don't give away anything stupid now, us.
Well,
what you don't
it's just an absolute mess in that 6-yard box. You've got white shirts, yellow shirts, a lot of argy-bargy. The referee's having
He's going back in to have a few words.
Yeah, well,
I think with Charlie by the looks of it.
Well, Charlie Wasmer is one of those physical players you want on your side at set pieces. Wooden's sort of making a nuisance of himself in there as well.
The corner swept in. That's a better one.
Oh,
it's been headed off the goal line before McGoy goes down, and that is the half-time whistle. So it finishes here for the first half. Gosport Borough 0, Chertsey Town 1. It was Wilson with the first blow. It was a good counter-attack down the right-hand side. Lee leading it
Time at the
before
AI
dispatching
Stadium,
it
ladies
at
and
Wilson
gentlemen,
at the
and
back
those
post,
who entered the
who
50th draw
excellently
today, I've
took
got that
his
magic
effort
winning
to
number
give his side the lead.
set on a bit of
Although
paper in front
Gosport,
of me,
they have
so,
reacted well
I'll
to
just
going
give you a couple
down.
of moments
They've
to
had
find your
great
tickets.
opportunities.
I can tell you that
Unfortunately,
today's jackpot
not
is
making any of them count. They will be looking to change that for the second half. We will be back for more second half coverage on a different stream, so make sure to check out our social media channels so you can reconnect with the stream. But we will be
I'll
back
give you a
for the second
moment
half
to
later
find your
on.
tickets. Let's just remind you of what's coming up at the AEI Stadium. Tomorrow afternoon, the Gosport Borough women are at home to United Services in the Hampshire Women's League Division 1, kicking off at 2 o'clock, and that's free.